In tobacco lawsuits, it's important to understand that most people who became cigarette smokers were addicted as children. And most of my clients started smoking at 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 years old. Cigarettes were everywhere. Parents smoked, grandparents smoked, people smoked at work, they smoked in restaurants, they smoked in public places, they smoked in their houses, they smoked in their cars. I've had past clients that their priest smoked, their pastor smoked, their family members smoked, the teachers they looked up to smoked. And at that point, there's cigarette butts that are half smoked on the ground, they're in ashtrays in the houses. Kids pick those up and they start smoking those, maybe outside the house or in the outhouse or a bathroom, but that starts changing their brain. And the tobacco companies knew about that. They knew that children get addicted. They knew that's where their smoking base is, and they focused their marketing on kids. The advertisements showing healthy, fun people doing fun and exciting activities. The sports stars, the movie stars. All of this was focused on kids who are already young and impressionable, who see everyone smoking, and then you add in the addiction factor that changes their brain and makes them a lifelong addict. So when you contrast this to somebody who started smoking in the 1960s as a child or the 1970s as a child, and then you try to blame them, you have to look at the other side, because there was a board of directors. The tobacco companies, they had 10 or 20 people who went to the best schools. They went to Yale and Harvard and Princeton. They were the elite, and they were making the policy, making millions of dollars in salary a year, directing billions of dollars to lie to the American public. And they were the ones who made the choice to lie about the cigarettes, to market the cigarettes, to create these advertisements to addict children. And when you're weighing this in the scale, be careful when you look at somebody who's older and try to blame them. You don't realize that they were a child when they were targeted, and they were targeted by usually men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who had billions of dollars at their disposal, paying off scientists and doctors and the top advertising agencies to be able to reach this child and addict this child through lies and fraud and misrepresentation. So I'm very proud of the work I do, and I'm very proud of sticking up for that child at that time. I know now that they're older and you see an older person, maybe a parent or a grandparent, but when they were taken advantage of, when they were lied to, they were a child.